Hi, I'm Helen and welcome to 5 over 50. This week's video was supposed to be all about how to keep that lovely holiday feeling lingering even after you reach home. But unfortunately I came down with COVID this week, so that video will hopefully be the one after this one. But I'm now on day 3, 4 of COVID. Let me think. I got it on Thursday. I started feeling a bit lousy. Today is Sunday, and so yeah, I've had the usual banging headache, temperature, achiness, sore throat, cough. Yeah, all of those good things. And anyway, today I'm feeling a lot better. Yesterday I managed to get in the shower and wash my hair, which was great. Had a rest before I could actually dry it. And so I was sitting here thinking, actually, maybe this week's video should be about 5 ways to try and help anybody else that's suffering with COVID or feeling a bit under the weather, to have some tips to try and get through it. So here we go. So where is the joy in having COVID or feeling sick? I always like to try and search for the joy in anything, and I think when we get ill, it's often our bodies telling us to stop and find time to restore. So giving in to sleep as much as possible when you're feeling under the weather is really, really healing. And I have literally spent the last few days trying to sleep as much as I possibly can to restore energy levels and allow my body to repair itself. And when I'm sick, I find I can't even watch TV or read or anything like that when you're really in the thick of it. But one thing is I can listen to a podcast or perhaps an audio book. So using it as a chance perhaps to catch up on that. I'll often end up falling asleep about 20 minutes in probably and have to try and go back to wherever it was I fell asleep. But it's an opportunity for that. Then it's also appreciating when you do actually have good health. It really makes you think, I can't wait to be able to get back to feeling good again. And also coming outside, being able to come outside, that always helps me feel better. I've had a couple of spells in hospital over the last few years, and once I was well enough to be able to go outside and see the blue sky and feel the wind and the sun on my face, I truly find that helps restore me as well. So where have I been getting my strength from to get me through these last few days of COVID? Apart from sleep, it's been making sure I tried to stay as hydrated as possible, so drinking lots and lots of water. And to help with that, I've also been taking electrolytes, and that really helps you stay hydrated, replaces the electrolytes and fluids that you lose when you're sick, especially if you have a fever or running a temperature. And apparently it can also help relieve congestion and loosen the mucus as well. So that's a really good tip. Also, I really believe in the effervescent vitamin C, which I always take if ever I get any little inkling that I might be getting a cold or anything like that. I always head straight for my vitamin C, and I've been taking one of those every day, which I think helps give a really good boost to your immune system. Paracetamol, obviously, I've been taking to help reduce the temperature, help with those horrific headaches that come with COVID. And I've been putting some magnesium flakes in a bath. So I haven't had the energy to shower every day, but I have found it very helpful to go and sit in a nice hot bath with some magnesium flakes, and that's been really relaxing as well. And also making sure I'm having lots of fruit. So obviously I couldn't really get out to go and buy fresh fruit, but I always keep a store of frozen fruit in the freezer. So that's always really helpful if you keep that on hand. So you've always got something nice and healthy to snack on, and again that helps up your vitamin C levels. In terms of simplicity, it sounds obvious, but let's just keep it simple and purely focus on just getting better. That's what your body needs. So all those weekend chores that I should be doing, and I'm thinking about the pile of ironing and all my weekend cleaning that I would normally do, just let it go and only think about getting better. I realise obviously that sometimes that's easier said than done. So for example, on Friday I work from home, but I had to continue working. So at lunchtime I decided that I would take myself off for a power nap, and that was what really helped me get through the afternoon. So it was a really good use of time, and I felt I could then concentrate enough and able to finish on time and then get an early night and back into sleeping and continually focusing on getting better. So that's the simple side of it this week. For spirit this week, I want to actually talk about visualization. So I mentioned that I'd spent a bit of time in hospital over the last couple of years, and I actually discovered this while I was in there, and I found it really helpful, and it sort of gave me a sense of control if I actually closed my eyes and really focused on trying to imagine my body inside healing itself. So literally I would sort of see it taking all the vital nutrients and things around my body, and almost like little men inside there busy repairing away and healing everything and restoring me. So that's really helped, and I try and do that now as well. So it's almost like a little meditation before I go to sleep, and I imagine how I'm going to be each day. So I see myself the next day that I'm going to start feeling that little bit better, and that has actually been really helpful, that sort of mind-body connection and the power of the mind and how it can assist your body as well. Give it a try and see what you think. So how does beauty come into play when we're not feeling very well? Well, hear me out, okay? I have these eye patches that I keep a stack of. They're just from Amazon, but they're really great for those days when you actually want to get rid of all that puffiness like I've got right now under my eyes. And so putting those on for 10 minutes while you're lying down and going to sleep just really helps, because when you then go and see yourself in the mirror, if you actually see yourself looking a bit better, trust me, you'll actually feel better as well. Do you know what I mean? So the same with the sheet masks. If you keep some of those on hand, when I'm sick, it's probably the only time I actually get to use them. And putting on one of those sheet masks is really nice and cooling as well when you've got a temperature, and it just feels, it just feels like it's nourishing you and helping. And I find it quite relaxing, and that helps me to have a little afternoon sleep. So those are really good tips. My eye drops that I absolutely love, and I talked about in last week's video as well, when you've got those sort of stingy eyes, you know, when you're ill and how they sting, put in some of those as well, that helps. And slathering on lots of lip balm as well, because everything dries out, doesn't it, when you're not feeling very well. and take that lip balm actually and put it under your nose, because if you're anything like me now, when I get a really, really bad cold and I'm having to blow my nose lots, it gets so dry and sore. And yeah, sticking the lip balm on under there as well. Nobody's going to see you, so it doesn't matter. But it will save your nose, trust me. So yeah, those are just a couple of little tips to help as well. Anyway, if you have been unwell at all recently and you're finding this video, then I hope it helps you. And if you know somebody who hasn't been feeling very well, maybe share this with them, see if it can help them too. And give it a like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments where in the world you're watching this from. I'd love to hear from you. And I wish you well. And for this week, let's focus on simplicity. Let's just focus on one thing at a time. And for me, it's been about getting better. And I hope that you'll soon recover too if you're feeling unwell. And I'll look forward to catching up with you again next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.